Okay, here we go.
Alrighty, welcome to the 69th episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Got your dick out?
we're all 69ing right now.
Got your dick out right now?
We
Those of you at home, please join in.
only
take your dick out.
listen to this podcast if you are 69ing.
Oh. I was going to say like the classic dicks out for Harambe, but...
Dicks out for podcast episode
Yes.
69.
All I ask is you take it out. You don't have to do anything with it.
Yeah.
Just for a second.
For those of you...
You don't have to take a photo. You don't have to use it in any way. You can just twirl it around if you want. But all I ask is that you pull it out. Slam the like button with it if you can.
Oh yeah.
Slam that like button with your dick.
With your dick. For those of you who don't know what 69 is,
it's when you
it's when you fuck.
It's when you put your butts together and touch each other.
It's when you shit in the girl's ass and then she shits back into your ass.
Yeah, the same shit. The continuous same shit forever and ever. I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes.
We gotta do it now. We gotta do one.
Okay,
now.
fine. I'm pausing the timer. All right, every 10 minutes we're gonna do a toast to the podcast. We're drinking sake, so for those of you at home, please take your dick out, dip it in a cup of sake.
Or put your balls in soy sauce.
Oh yeah, or put your balls in soy sauce. All right, well there's 3 cups. Remember your cups so we don't give each other COVID. And okay, here's to episode 69.
Cheers,
episode
boy.
69.
All right.
Oh man, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The other day, one of my friends was saying he doesn't like sake at all, and I was like, you must not have had the right stuff, because like,
Holy shit, that's good.
it's good stuff. Here, give me your cups. Go ahead and start talking about something, Shane.
That's better than the sake I had in San Fran.
Really? Because apparently that shit was expensive as fuck. This was like $13 or something.
Really?
For this much. I thought we were gonna go through it, but doing little shots like that will be fine. All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't done a. We took a week off.
Yeah, on accident.
Yeah. So it's been a long time, but now we're finally back for the 69th episode.
Yeah.
We did prepare bodies.
Yeah, I had to shave I had to shave and shave again.
I had a lube edema
No.
in this entire week.
Oh no. That sounds horrible.
Nope.
It's important to clean your butt out, but I don't ever want an enema in my life.
No.
But I think the doctors will give you one if they have to do certain things, right?
Yeah.
Like if you come in with a compacted bowel, they'll do that.
Yeah. No, that's terrible.
Sticking shit up your butt.
I don't want stuff in my butt. Though, okay, but if, what do you call it? What's the things they have in Japan?
A bidet?
Yeah. I kind of want to get a bidet, though.
That's that's like more European, but they have it in Japan.
They have it everywhere, but here, we're the only
I know.
ones.
Bidets are cool.
We just poke our assholes with our fingers. I'd rather get water shot up there than, but not enema
And
style,
it's
just
like
a little bit.
It's like warm water, apparently.
Yeah.
It can be. It depends on how expensive, like how much
I-
money you're willing to spend on it.
Make sure you're really.
Sorry, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I hate wiping my ass.
Yeah.
I hate it.
With like a bidet, you
There's nothing
use
about
the
it.
bidet and then you wipe once and then you're good.
Yeah, you just wipe to dry it off.
Yeah.
Dry off that wet, stinky.
Best thing we
butthole.
have over here is wet wipes.
We gotta dry
Just
off.
clog the drains.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't use wet wipes, though they're more effective.
They're
When
vastly more effective.
But like, yeah, you can't really flush them, so you just have literal shit in your trash can or something.
I just flush them. I don't care.
Shouldn't do it, but
Whenever there are wet wipes, I use them. Other than that, I'm just like, and dry toilet paper just does not feel good.
no.
Yes, spit on it.
Yeah, you gotta lube it up first. I need a little lube before you stick that in there.
not trying to go down there dry.
Yeah, it's already dry enough. Yeah, no, it's never. It's literally like the worst part of my day is taking a huge shit and then wiping my ass after.
I like pooping.
Not me.
I also like pooping.
You guys haven't reached that capacity, I don't think. Where
I've had some violent shits.
So have I.
yeah,
Like violent, like make you want to like just like close your eyes and not wake back up, kind of.
yeah, but like I don't know. I just feel like gross the rest of the day. You really have to wipe, and then if you wipe too much, you're drying yourself out. So it's just like a mess, pretty much.
You gotta spit on it.
No. Fine. Next time I'll have you come assist me. And I'll bend over. And you can
Say that for a second, Tyler. Let me get in there.
give me a nice wet willy or something. Really dig in there. I had this thought.
Yeah.
Getting pegged is like real Sigma male energy. Am I right? Like, because they don't go with the crowd. Sigma males do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're a Sigma male, which is the optimal best male, better than alpha male.
Yeah.
We now know, science has proven that Sigma male is better than alpha male now.
Yeah.
So getting pegged would be the ultimate Sigma male move. So I'm just throwing that out there in case you're wondering about later tonight. If you want to,
there will be
if we want to get some prostitutes and get pegged, pay good money to get pegged by strange women.
That's strange.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, if you like getting pegged, then
You're a Sigma male.
cool.
You're actually better than alpha males if you like getting pegged.
Only if you like getting pegged.
Well, there's other things that make you Sigma, but
That's
the main one. I
Yeah.
the main one is probably being pegged. Yeah.
That's the quickest way to Sigma male.
You need
is-
the quickest way to prove you're a real Sigma male. But yeah, I don't know. Sigma male is still like a weird thing, but
It is very weird.
one day I hope we discover more males out there.
There's already a lot.
I know, but none of them caught on the way Sigma male did, and it's literally only because of the YouTube thumbnail.
No, Chad and Alpha Male caught on.
No, I know, but Sigma, yeah, but the alpha male and beta male was always the thing. That's what people have been saying for forever.
Yeah.
Because in the animal kingdom, every pack has an alpha leader, and then like it has beta males. Which is why this concept doesn't even make any sense in the first place. Because you can't even. That's when they're saying this is the alpha of the pack. They're not talking about its male type. That it's a alpha type or beta type. That's not. It's not type A, type B personality stuff. It's just straight up saying they're the leader of the pack. So, and it's also like they're dogs and shit. So I don't know.
They're animals.
Yeah. They don't
have
know how to.
No brain.
Yeah.
They got.
You can teach them to sit and shake.
That's it.
That's it. You gotta teach them. They can't have a civilized
They
conversation.
shit outside and they don't wipe their ass.
Sometimes they do, but it's on the carpet.
That is a Sigma male. Shitting outside.
That's
Not wiping your ass. That's pretty Sigma.
I think it's
if
alpha.
you
I think
ask
it's.
me.
I don't know. That might be alpha male.
Yeah.
It might be true alpha male. True alpha male is returning to monkey. True alpha male.
Return to monkey.
The more alpha you become, the more of an ape you should resemble until
Yeah.
you eventually speak like a caveman.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even have to tell your woman what you want. You should just be able to look at her and say, ooh, ooh, ah, and then get what you want. Yes, I will. I will clean off your Star Wars spaceship collection.
Let me.
Ooh, yes, I will pre-order the new Fortnite skin battle pass thing for you.
Sure, honey, I can wipe that hot glue off your statues.
Yes, I know it's hot glue. I know it's not anything else. Okay, I don't know why you keep asking me what it is. We're talking about this. We have to talk about this today. Our hypothetical character. Me and Shane make a lot of hypothetical characters at work, and we don't talk about it on the podcast. But one today
Which one?
was the guy who He just wanted to watch lesbian porn and accidentally watched lesbian fart fetish porn.
But he muted it.
And he muted it, so it's not weird.
He's
just watching lesbian porn. But then his friends find out.
Why are you watching lesbian? I had it muted.
He's like, it's muted, guys. It's not
just lesbian porn at that point.
I'm not really into fart fetish.
I can't hear the farts.
And at first he was earnest, and we were like, no, it's muted. You don't understand. But then as time went on, it was like, oh, hey, babe. Not that I'm into this or anything, but it would be really funny to hear you fart. And then
you should rip a big one while we're fucking.
Oh, did you just fart? That's so gross.
That smells.
That smells gross.
Oh man, don't fan it out. What are you doing?
and then it's like, oh, this girl. He meets a new girl. He's like, you eat Taco Bell? Oh, we can be friends. And then they hang out and eat Mexican food together. And then they go back to his place. He goes, oh yeah, you can use my bathroom. Oh no, I forgot I don't have a door on the bathroom. That's okay, I'll just stand guard. I won't look. And he just watches his shit. And he loves it.
Be as loud as you want, I don't mind.
It doesn't bother me.
Actually, I think it's funny.
He's like, no babe, I'm not into farts. And she's like, why'd you change your Discord name to Funny Fart Man? It's like, I just think it's funny. I don't like it sexually. And he just loves lesbian fart porn. That's our man. Our other man was the guy who he's the Christian frat boy
rapist.
The Christian frat boy rapist, but he doesn't want a goth GF because they're too satanic.
They're too scary.
He's too scared. So they're like, oh, I can't remember our jokes. That was forever ago.
I know. He's scared of the goth.
He's scared of big tiny goth GFs. He's like, oh. Because I think I was just doing a bit about Christian frat boy. Because there was like, they're like, oh man, you gotta follow the Lord. Now let's pound these brewskis, bro. And then pounding the brewskis turned to like, oh, these girls are sleeping. Oh well, I guess they consented. And then it just like further progressed until it's like, ew, not the goth one. I only fuck Christians. And then like it just went from there. Like we just kept saying like, ew, goth girls.
What are the goths doing here? You know I get scared of them.
Dude, because it's like you always hear Christians say stuff like, oh, I don't fuck with that stuff. I don't fuck with black magic. And it's weird because it's like you would think they wouldn't believe in magic.
Has it been 10 minutes yet?
But as I didn't set my clock. Oh no, yeah, I did it. Yeah, it's definitely been 10 minutes. You can see it's been 10 minutes. So it's time for shot number 2.
Sorry, I just really want
to episode 69. Anyway,
it's just so good.
We talked about this on the podcast before about how like Christians believe in magic.
Yeah.
Even though
they believe in Jew magic.
They're only supposed to believe in worship God, right?
Yeah.
But the way the text
They're
is
only supposed to worship God.
Yeah, exactly. But the way the text works is that it implies that other stuff is also real and that they just need to stay away from it. And that makes no sense to me. It would make more sense to be like, that stuff isn't real. We only think God is real. But instead they're like, magic is real. Ghosts are real. There's unexplained mysteries that we don't understand. All we need to worry about is going to heaven. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's how many things of the supernatural do you need to believe in order to be Christian? It's just bizarre. But I think most modern day Christians don't actually believe in magic. I think they just think that,
I think you'd be surprised. Depending on how far you're spreading magic over what they talk about.
Okay, I'll say it like this. Your typical liberal white person who's also Christian is probably more just doesn't really believe in magic and stuff. But, like, you're not so, you're more an apolitical, out there friends. Because, I mean, the astrology pipeline is definitely there.
Oh, yeah.
The astrology people, it starts with astrology and then it leads to, like, insane beliefs and pseudoscience and all that stuff. Those people definitely, I mean, I've met so many people who are like, Yeah, I can feel people's spirit energy. That's how I know souls are real, because I can feel their energy when I'm next to them. I'm like, what are you talking about? We were like in high school. Like, what are you even talking about right now? You don't see spirit energy, you weirdo. That's not real.
That's also part of being a teenager. There's always going to be those people that are trying to fill a slot.
They're definitely... Oh, yeah, lots of teenagers trying to fill a slot. But it's also like... I don't know. I'm going to set the timer this time.
Alright, bros, let's say a quick prayer before we roofies these sluts.
Yeah, I love meeting hot co-ed sluts. But now it's all join hands in prayer. Before we pound these brewskis, dear Lord, thank you for having these sluts over with their giant tits. You really did us a solid. And thank you for letting them...
God.
Thank you for having them pass out after just a few mixed drinks. They didn't have to use my roofies. That's more roofies I can use later.
A roofie saved is a roofie earned, is what I always say.
And lastly, thank you for keeping all the goth chicks away.
You know they scare me.
I don't fuck with goth chicks.
They give me nightmares.
They give me nightmares. He's having a dream. He's fucking this chick with like blonde hair and giant tits, tan skin.
And then she turns around and she's got like the goth makeup. Yeah. And he starts screaming and he jolts awake and he's like drenched in sweat.
He's like fucking her and she's like, what if I did my makeup like this? And puts on like black lipstick. And he's like, what the fuck's going on?
You should be asleep right now.
Yeah, how'd you wake up? Yeah, and sorry for all the rape jokes, but like the thing is that
it's
we're using them to mock frat people, and especially Christian frat people who turn a blind eye to their own mistakes. And it is a very real issue that they keep doing this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but also I just think it's funny, the idea of like a college frat boy who's a Christian who's afraid of goth women. I think that's...
Their tits are too big.
Their tits are too big. How can you be so ugly and have tits that big?
What kind of makeup? Why don't you use your makeup to make yourself look prettier? You're just scary now.
You're just expressing yourself. I hate that. I hate when women express themselves. But like,
no.
It's like, what do you? I mean, the culture between like frat boys and sorority girls is like not even 1% the same. They're literally the polar opposites on the spectrum.
Yeah.
The only thing that's similar is that they just drink together. That's pretty much it. Like the way sororities present themselves and the way frats present themselves. Honestly, it's actually toxic. Like,
both of them are.
Yeah, the fact that we like are like, okay, girls, remember to be like wholesome and cute. Boys,
get drunk and fuck sluts.
Get crazy over here.
Yeah.
Hey, we're just a bunch of crazy boys. And it's so weird how like we all just like look at it like, yeah, that's how they're supposed to act. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Neither should act that way. It's kind of weird. I mean, I had a friend who was in a sorority, but she got kicked out because she fucked her sorority sister's boyfriend or something.
Nice.
She just like, I wanted to date him. No, actually, I think they broke up, and then he dated someone else that was in the sorority, and then she just kept fucking him.
That's really funny.
Because that's a thing. If you break up with a girl, this has never happened to me. I don't know how this makes any sense. I'm past the age where I think I can pull this off anyway. But like, girls will just keep fucking the guy after they get like dumped and cheated on, and then he's like fucking someone else, and he keeps fucking her in the background. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
You gotta be a piece of shit with a big dick.
You gotta be a real big piece of shit with real good game. Like you gotta be good in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because that's the other thing is like, why are you still? You're getting laid from the new girl. So why are you still with the old one? What is it? What is this? I don't know. But oh well. All I know is that I hate all frat boys, and I hope they die.
Yeah.
That's. I hope Steven Crowder dies. He's in the hospital now.
Yeah.
He might be okay by now. I think he is okay now.
Oh.
But he was in the hospital, and if the surgery went wrong, he would have died. But the surgery, I think, was a success. Doctors are too good.
Doctors needed it nerfed.
Doctors need a nerf. Crowder needs a nerf on his heart, as in it needs to stop working.
thought his lung collapsed.
Was it his lungs? I thought it was his heart.
I'm not positive.
I'm not positive either.
I thought I read.
All I know is that all the comments were like, "Why are?" First of all, I didn't see anyone wishing him death. But I didn't see anyone doing it. But people were like, "Why are liberals wishing him death? It's so disgusting." But like, I would just keep scrolling and seeing them say, "Why are liberals wishing death on him?" And then all the replies to that were just like him doing the George Floyd reenactment. It's like, oh yeah, it's like he makes fun of people for dying. So it's kind of like, you know,
yeah,
you get what you
get what you fucking deserve.
Yeah, we're all going.
That's
Jokers.
a quote from the movie Joker.
Oh, I've never seen that movie.
That's live.
Just kidding, I've seen it. I have it on Blu-ray. Just kidding, I own a gun. I love Joker.
Just kidding, I own a gun.
Just kidding, I love the Joker. I like to pretend that I'm related to the Joker. I like to pretend that I'm...
Sometimes I put on clown makeup and just...
I walk around outside with clown makeup on, like it's 2014 or whatever, when those clowns kept walking around outside.
Yeah.
And it was mostly just people being a part of like the craze, like trying to scare people. It wasn't like real, but you know, it was still just like this weird thing. Like, why was it happening? And it started happening here in America, and then people started doing it in Europe too. It was weird.
Really weird. It was just like it wasn't even October when it happened.
Yeah, no, it was random. Yeah, it was such a random phenomenon. But anyway, that was me. I just liked to be Joker.
I was all of them.
Sometimes I I just cause mischief. I walk around town. I knock trash cans over. Yeah. I don't key people's cars because that's a little too far, but I will like draw on them sometimes with erasable marker. Because I'm just like a crazy mischievous guy like that.
I go buy that window paint.
You go buy the window paint?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The washable window.
Oh, the washable. Yeah.
And I draw.
I put
phallic images, but it's not actually penis.
I put shaving cream on people's stuff, but you can just wipe it off. It's not a big deal.
I don't put it on like their clothes or anything.
No.
I don't draw actual penises, just stuff that could be interpreted.
I draw rocket ships, but then I feel bad, so I make it very clear it's actually a rocket ship. Yeah, and that's.
What's the most mischievous thing either of you guys have ever done, like in public?
Off the top, in public. I mean, I used to do some shit when I was a teenager, but I can't. I have to think about it for a second.
Yeah, I don't even.
It's always like whenever you get a story out of people, it's always like you're just randomly talking and then something pops up. But let's see here. If I have to think of something really mischievous, I don't know. I mean, I used to steal stuff. I don't know. It'd probably involve stealing something. Not from like stores. I just steal it from school and like usually stealing food because I was poor.
Oh yeah.
But then I would just like.
That doesn't count as.
If I was.
That's desperate.
Okay, but like at the same time, I didn't have. I don't know. I was kind of being an asshole. I was kind of taking extra slices of pizza and for no reason. It's like I still had the food. I was just stealing more and then asking my friends to steal food for me too.
No.
I'm trying to think of something really bad that I've done. One time, we would just go by people's lockers that didn't have locks on them and open them. But we never take anything out of it.
You just open them and leave them open?
We'd open them and then go through their shit and then put it back. And one time this girl walked up to us while I was like holding her science book and being like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then she was just like staring at me and I put it back in and goes to her locker and then she just opened it. And I was like, fuck this. And I just walked out of there. We all just like power walked away. I don't know.
What was some...
mischievous.
My friends and I climbed on top of an elementary school one time on the roof.
And made out.
Pissed off.
Oh, pissed. Yeah.
Pissed off with it, and then we fucked up the sign to the school and like broke it and shit.
Oh well, shit. That's mischievous.
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to do fuck shit to my friends all the time.
Oh yeah. See, Jeremiah has a story. I don't know if he did it, but his friends did it, right?
With the bow and arrow?
You have a story about picking on some kid. I know. Really bad.
The chicken coop. Yeah, okay.
I changed the kid's name in my high school.
You changed it? Like,
Yeah.
like in the yearbook or what?
No, I just started calling him a name, and then someone else.
You just okay. She's bullied someone. Well, I did
Yeah.
that too.
Huh?
I bullied kids all the time.
Yeah.
They were usually like my friends, but like not really my friends. They just kind of knew my friends, and I was like, I don't like them that much.
Yeah.
I'll bully him a little bit. But that's. I mean, I think everyone. It's like everyone always is like, we have to stop bullying, and everyone knows when they've been bullied and it hurts. But they often forget how much they bullied other people. Because everyone bullies and gets bullied. It's like a circle of life thing.
Right, you're gonna tell your story after this.
He might have told it on here, but it was probably like episode like 10.
Yeah. Ooh, you gave me a big one that time.
Yeah, I think I poured more in that one.
Still good.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good.
It goes down really nice. I'm filling it up to like the line this time. That's why it's more. But anyway, all right, Jer, you have to go ahead and story time with Jeremiah. First story time in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
All right. So, I grew up with a
Fucking fuck shitter.
yeah, as a fuck shitter, and we always hung out at my friend's house out in the woods. And they had like all the old farm shit and all that. And this kid that came out there one time, and we were like, "All right, we're gonna initiate you." And
See, now, this is like,
into the group.
So you hazed him.
That's it, yeah. And he was like, "Okay," and he was like, "What do I gotta do?" And then I think we just grabbed him and drug him to the barn.
Yeah.
That was nearby, and it had a chicken coop with a lock, like just to keep the door shut.
Yeah.
But we just like sat there, and I think we tied it, and then we just like left him in there for half an hour, and there was slats where you could see through.
Yeah.
And we just like made fun of him through the slats, and he was like, "Okay, well, let me out," and then we just left him in there for a very long time. Like, and then that same kid, about a week or two later, we were playing incredibly intense version of tag and stick tag. That's what it was. Where you can throw a stick at somebody and get them out.
Yeah.
And one of my friends climbed up on the roof with a bow and arrow and saw this kid, the chicken coop kid, run away.
Yeah. And
pulled back a stick in the bow and arrow and shot him in the back, and it like kind of stuck in his back for a second, like it.
God.
And like I went in before that too, because I saw him like up on the roof, like shooting like arrows at people, and I was like, "No, this is fucked. Like I'm getting like I'm not being a part of this."
It's getting dangerous out here.
And then like 3 minutes later, they came in after me, and he had a big like hole in his back and was crying. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was probably like 11. But I mean, I was like 13. But like
that's what like young boys do when they start getting to where they don't realize how much damage they can really cause, and they just keep fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And it's rough out there.
Yeah,
it can get. You gotta be smart.
When I was really young, we kidnapped one of the neighbor boys, and
yeah, I've heard this story.
Yeah.
Go ahead, say it.
We didn't really do anything. We just.
Oh yeah, you didn't really do anything.
No.
You kidnapped him.
We kidnapped him and like.
Didn't you put like
a bag over his
head?
Yeah,
you put a bag over his head and tied him up. What do you mean? We didn't do anything. You like literally abducted him.
And then we were really big into airsoft, so we would get like these really
we didn't do
guns.
anything. We just shot him with airsoft guns.
No, not when he was tied up. We would try to lure him out of his house and then just like fucking shoot him.
You guys are pieces of shit.
When I was,
you were lucky he's not a school shooter now.
Yeah, he's
some
a little
hardcore
shit kid.
hardcore bullying
because he was a fucking asshole. But we when I went to Hawaii for the band trip, one of my friends was like, "Hey, if I buy you this thong," to my other friend, he's like, "If I buy you a thong from Victoria's Secret, will you wear it?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So he goes in a Victoria's Secret at the
Yeah.
mall and buys like the super lacy thong, pink thong, and then the guy, when we get back to the room, he puts it on and goes out on his like dick is hanging out.
No.
And he goes out on the balcony and starts waving it around. It's really funny.
Well, that's not that
And then
mischievous.
we left it in
right?
the room.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
We were gonna.
Some dude was.
We
definitely tried to smoke
I thought you were like traumatized someone else.
No,
Like,
it was all consensual stuff.
but you got
it was really
traumatized
funny.
yourself, basically.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
We were like, "Hey, you should go run around the lobby like this." But he's like, "No, too far."
Too far. Yeah, you can't involve too many random people. That's when you get in trouble. You can get away with a few random people, but if you do too many, that's when you get the Karens called on you.
Mm-hmm.
So, not a good idea.
But I think we wanted him to.
you wanted to see him in a thong. Let's be real.
Yeah, we
You
did.
wanted to see his ass. You've been thinking
It
about
was
his ass
funny.
for a while. It's time to see it.
Yeah. I was like, show me that cake, boy.
Show me that cake, boy.
See them hands.
Yeah.
See them yams. Yeah, I mean that's just. I hate that. Yeah,
It's funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Mischievous stuff. Maybe I could. I'm trying to think of like other people what they've done, but I can't think of too many things right now.
Yeah, I can't.
I can think of like the really dramatic stuff, like the really gruesome shit that like school shooter kids have done,
Yeah.
like where they kill their own parents and stuff. But I mean,
At your school?
no, there's never been a school shooting where I went to school.
Yeah.
I just mean like what people have done in history.
Right. But
But-
we're talking like, kind of cutesy, mischievous stuff.
I don't know, kidnapping a kid and then putting a bag over his head and tying him up is not that cute, really.
No, but it's kind of funny.
It's kind of mean.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
But I wasn't the ringleader in that. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, you were just a henchman.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah,
bad.
sheeple.
You're just a sheeple.
It was, what did we do? We all were hanging out in Edwardsville, or
Yeah, whatever, don't matter.
whatever. And,
Don't fucking matter.
went to Walmart and bought one of those big, 2-gallon things of, cheese poofs.
Yeah.
And then when we went out to the parking lot, we saw somebody's car where, you know how you can, open up the where you put in the gas from the outside.
Oh.
Not the actual gas tank, but, the thing that covers it.
Yeah.
So we opened that up, and then one of my friends shoved a bunch of cheese balls in there, and then I closed it real quick so that whenever they opened it up, it would just, pour out cheese balls.
Yeah, alright.
Which is, I feel like that's pretty
That's okay. It's
innocent.
annoying,
it's,
but
it's annoying, and it would kind of freak you out, but,
Yeah. That's not the worst thing.
but it's not gonna, it's harmless.
Let's take another shot.
I mean, yeah. I'll say this after.
Episode 69.
69!
Dude, this shit's really good.
Yeah.
Black and gold, baby. What's your story about cheese poofs or whatever?
I don't have a story about cheese boosts, but sometimes when I'm driving with my friends and I'm driving and we're in a parking lot or something.
Yell at people.
Yeah, sometimes. I'll do fuck shit to random people and yell at them or
Yeah.
honk. But yeah, I'll just I'll be driving past them and I'll just honk and they'll shit them. They'll jump really high and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
There's one time I remember we were in the Target parking lot or something and I was going to park. And there's just this group of college kids in my way and I honked and all of them jumped and were super pissed off and we were all laughing at them. It was really funny.
See now you did remind me in high school, me and my friend Andy, he bought 5 V for Vendetta masks because they were on sale because it was 5th of November, so they were all $5 or whatever. Because that's the whole thing. Is remember the 5th of November, and so he drove around, and me and him and my other friend were all in the car wearing the masks, and we would just like stare at everyone like creepily as we drove past them. And then we were wearing them in the school parking lot, and then this couple were making out in front of us, and so I rolled the window down and yelled, "Do her," and he was really mad. He was fucking really mad. And they were like rolling their eyes, like, ugh, immature. But like, you guys are just making out, and like, where we can all see. And then they go home together. Why were you making out? You're not. It's not like you're saying goodbye. Just fucking go home. What's wrong with you? So I yelled at them to have sex right there. I wanted to see. Well, not really, but I wanted to fuck with them. So, yeah, that's about it. It's not that mischievous. Most people just laughed when they saw us. So
yeah, I'll go. I mean, you've been in there when I go through drive-thrus. I'll do.
Yeah, you just
fuck with.
You'll just fuck with them. Shane will just make weird.
Could I get a number 4, please?
Shane will just be annoying to them, and he'll just say like, "No thanks," like he'll just say like funny stuff. Like, I don't know. He can't just order food normally. He's gotta be weird about it. And he never announced it or made a big deal about it. He just kept doing it, and we were like, "Why? What's going on?"
Yeah, I was never like, "Hey guys, watch this." I just do it.
Eventually, he was like, talked about it, but at first he was just doing it, and I would just laugh really hard because it'd catch me off guard every time. What's that video where the guy's like? He's like, you have to yell something at the drive-thru, then we're gonna drive away really fast. But then he yells, and then they just don't drive. They just don't drive away.
No, he's like, oh wait, you forgot something. He's like, your fat ass. He's like, go, dude, go. And they're just staying there. And he's like, dude, go. Why are you going? Well, he says and turns around and goes, go, go, go. And they just stay. He's like, dude, go. Dude, come on, go. And he gets really embarrassed. It's one of my favorites. It's so funny.
That's pretty good to do.
Yeah.
I don't like fucking. I don't want to like hurt people who are working. I don't want to fuck with them too hard. But but when you do that shit, then you fuck with your friend even harder. There is that video. The guy's also like, this guy, the cashier's like, "Wait, would you like to try number 10 today?" And he goes, "Fuck no." He goes, "Yeah. So can I get a number 10 combo?"
That one's pretty good.
That's some.
Fuck no. So, yeah,
I feel like I wouldn't even be mad if they did that. They did that to me.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Oh man.
It is funny though, because you can. I don't know. Usually, I just chalk them up. Like I just like talk to them like I'm their friend, because they're mostly normal people who are like.
Yeah.
Most of them are like stoners or just like gamers or just like, you know.
I do that too.
They're not like high class people or anything, so you can just fuck. It doesn't matter, you know.
I do that too. I try to be nice to them, but
you let them in on the joke. Around, yeah.
I fuck with them a little bit. But there was one time, late night, my friends and I were going to get Jack in the Box in Troy.
Yeah.
And my friend was driving, and the lady there was like, she's being such a bitch. She's like, "Okay, can you order now? Can you order now? What do you want?" And she kept like saying that over and over.
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay, are you done yet?" And he's like, "No, I'm still trying to look at food." And she's like, "Okay, well, you need to complete your order. What are you gonna order next?" And I was like, dude, if I was driving right now, I'd fucking yell at her so bad.
Yeah.
He's such an ass.
What time was that at?
It was like really late. It was like 1.
That's yeah.
I've had him do that. To
Late night Jack in the Box people don't give a fuck.
No, they'll. That's at the comedy show.
Yeah.
That's one of the best bits that they.
Oh yeah.
Any comedian has had that where he talks about the
Jack in the Box. Yeah.
Through at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't got no damn milkshakes. Like, all right, I'll have a milkshake.
Yeah. I was at Six Flags Monday, and every single worker there was miserable as fuck. Everyone was extremely rude. They're pretty much just being like, why do you want things? I'm like, I don't know. It's advertised that I can get the thing. And it's so weird that they're so angry all the time, because it's like, I'm pretty sure I got nachos. I'm pretty sure the girl there didn't do shit all day. I don't know, like, there was no one there. So I went in, and then she was like so mad, and it was me and Leland. And then like I kept making jokes to Leland the whole time, and I saw her smile for like 1 second, and she put it away. She like hit it really fast. I was like, I see you. I know I made you like laugh on the inside.
You should have called her out.
I did. I didn't go like, but I was like,
see that smile.
but I did. I laughed when I saw her smile. I was just like, because I didn't expect it. She was like so dead inside. Then she was like, and then put it away really fast. Because I was talking about the cheeses, and I was just like, he was like, oh, I think I want the. I kept saying I want the white. There's like queso, like, you know, like with like chunks of something in it, like peppers and whatever.
Rotel or whatever.
Yeah, and then there was like just like solid cheddar, it looked like shit. And I got the white queso, and I said, give me the white stuff. And then Leland, being Leland, of course, says, I want yellow. And then I was like, no, you don't. You want the white. And he goes, wait a minute. And he goes, I think I do want the white. And she like already had her hand in the yellow. And then she started like laughing. She kept saying white and yellow. I was like, I see you. Don't pretend you didn't laugh. I'm funny.
Validate me.
But also, it's just they're all so miserable. But then Ryan was like, yeah, when did you guys pay? And I was like, what do you mean? You already finished eating. What do you mean, when did we pay? And he was like, I just kind of walked away because I didn't know where to pay. So he just like stole it. But we were sitting out there eating. They could have at any point just walked over and be like, hey, I don't think you paid. Like, he just didn't pay.
Ow!
And he just didn't say anything until like hours later. He was like, but when did you guys pay? It's like, wait, why? You know you didn't pay, boy.
Yeah.
Don't pretend. But yeah, it was funny. Fuck them. They charge way too much for tickets. It's fine.
Yeah.
And food.
They got them. Yeah. Also, all their food is super expensive.
It's like $10 for a turkey leg or whatever.
Yeah, it's like $13 for a cheeseburger. And you know it's not that good. So I got the nachos.
At least in Disney, they serve like actual.
Yeah, Disney has like
food.
real restaurants. Yeah. But Disney's also like one location. Well, I guess there's two in America. But in Six Flags, there's like a bajillion all over.
It's more like an amusement park than
Yeah.
it is.
But they try. I mean, they are trying to like compete with Disney, I guess. But
They don't do very well.
They don't got those Disney billions.
It's smaller scale, but also like every theme park is very different from each other.
Yeah.
Like I've been to the one in Chicago, and like all the roller coasters are different. So it is cool to go to Six Flags if you're out of town, but you know,
I wouldn't travel.
ours is cool. We got a cool one, but
Yeah, we got a water park and shit too.
yeah. But it's just like some of the rides we have are perfect. They're like so dope the way they're set up. So I can't imagine. But I mean, I rode the other rides at the Chicago one, and I went to another Six Flags in another state. But I can't remember which fucking state it was. I just remember me and my little brother were so excited to ride the roller coasters, and then we rode them. We're like, these are kind of weak sauce. Like, we've rode so many in our lives that we ended up just going to the arcade and playing just like the arcade games because we were bored out of our minds at Six Flags. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it always is. You always go, you ride all the rides, and then you ride like some of them again, and then you just kind of like do something else for a bit, and then you go.
Yeah.
But
You guys had like access to the water park and
yeah,
and the.
I didn't. Yeah, but we didn't know. No one really talked about the water park.
Oh, really?
We should take a shot.
Yeah, we should.
We didn't really like. No one really talked about it.
She is 69.
69. So, your sister So Shane's two sisters went together, and Shane's older sister didn't tell his younger sister that she was going to the water park, and so the little sister just didn't know. And then Shane's older sister just said, "Well, that sucks," and just abandoned it. Just like, "All right, fuck you."
Yep.
And then basically the girls just kind of fucked off and went to the water park by themselves, and no one else went to the water park. And we're all just like
Savannah and Kelsey and
and Jenna.
Okay.
Jenna, friend of the podcast.
Does Jenna even work for the?
I mean, she worked during the pandemic, and that's really what this was for. So, but anyone who worked there now or just during the pandemic could pretty much go. But like Dakota was an offer to go, but he couldn't. He just couldn't make it because his schedule's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they went and they just kind of like, all right, bye everyone, and they just went to the water park, which I'm pretty sure they all had planned out before, and they're like, let's just not tell what we're doing.
Yeah, that sounds like Savannah.
It sounds like, yeah. So we're just like, okay, cool. Well, but I didn't really want to go anyway. I didn't want to get sunburned, but I got sunburned anyway, just walking around. It's stupidly hot out. Every summer is the hottest summer, so I can't wait for next summer for it to be even hotter.
I did not go to Six Flags because I don't like roller coasters, and I don't like Six Flags anyway.
Yeah.
I worked instead. I don't even know why the bakery was open, honestly. I was pissed.
Was it dead?
Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was from...
Sometimes Mondays can be busy, but...
It was like, we were open from 7 to 10, and I was like, why are we even open?
It's because we have morning business.
I mean, I had to make breads anyway. I was just like, why don't...
Yeah, you would have had to have worked anyway.
Yeah.
So...
And it was just Joey and I in the back. And I was doing bread, so it was pretty much just Joey.
Doing everything else.
And he had to, like, do shit, too. And I was like, why are we even open right now? Like,
those shifts were always the most annoying because there's just enough going on that you can't get your real work actually done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens all the time.
It's just... I was pissed.
Well, you could have gone.
I really don't want...
Leland kind of sat out a lot of rides, but he was also high on edibles the whole time, so...
I would have sat out every ride and then just...
I feel bad for...
hot.
Like, the other group, like your little sister and some of the other peeps, like Heidi, they were kind of stuck with, like, a group, I think, that they didn't really want to be with.
Oh, really?
And, because it would have been weird to just abandon each other at that point because they were in like a little smaller group. And my group was fun. I literally was like, I'm going to hang out with like Ryan and Leland all day. That was my plan, and I did. So
would you, if I had gone, would you hang out with me?
Probably, yeah. Except for actually like riding roller coasters. So and
I would have followed you around. And
I made Leland ride Mr. Freeze, and you know.
Mr. Freeze high would.
He was. I made him do it, and he was like,
"Enjoy it."
He's like, "This looks really fast. It looks really aggressive," and I was like, "No, it just looks that way. It's not. Once you're on it, you don't really notice." And then he just like right when it starts, we're like,
where it like slams your head back in the seat.
It's a 40-second ride, 20 seconds forward and 20 seconds backward. Because it goes fucking fast.
How high do you go? It's like 150 feet in the air or something?
Yeah, it's one of the higher... Because you just go straight up at the very end. Because I know a lot of people don't know Six Flags St. Louis. But anyone who lives in this area knows Mr. Freeze. It's a like legendary ride. And it's like the most crazy ride they have there pretty much. It's really fucking fast. And then you go really, really fucking high. And then you just drop down and backwards, go like just as fast.
So it wasn't reverse blast?
What do you mean?
Okay, so the first time I rode it, you shoot out the tube backwards.
Oh yeah.
Or looking straight down.
Yeah.
And then
they used to do that, but I haven't done that in forever.
And then because then you accelerate back into that tunnel.
But
that's scary as hell.
There is a ride called the Boomerang. They have now. That's like newer. I don't even know if I've ever rode it before.
I've never ridden that one.
But it pulls you backwards at first, then launches you forward, and then you also do a thing where you go up, but it's like nothing compared to Mr. Freeze height.
Yeah.
But it's still like loops and crazy speed, but it's just not nearly as fast. It's like a weaker version, but it's still crazy. And then you just do the whole thing backwards after, but yeah. Yeah, it's
I
fun.
think that was under construction last time.
But anyways,
I totally would have just followed you guys around and then sat out. Probably jerked off.
yeah, I probably would have jerked off in the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
It was fun though. Yeah, I hung out a lot with.
Would have 69 in the.
Ooh, I had fun.
Episode 69.
The thing is, it's like Six Flags used to be cooler. It used to be more similar to Disney, where they had characters walking around. There's like that big like central area outside of Mr. Freeze, and they used to have like an actual like Batmobile out there that was fucking badass. It looked like the animated series version, but it looked really like a real car. It was fucking cool. And like, they don't do that shit anymore. They don't do cool stuff
They
anymore.
kind of like gave up.
Yeah, like everything's whack now. I
haven't been in years.
I want like the animatronic stuff. I want like people in costumes. I want like the cool props.
It's like
the hokey
the experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the experience, not just the ride.
Yeah.
Which Disney and like in Universal just nails.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the whole experience of it. You
Dude,
can go to Disney and Universal, not ride a single ride, and have the time of your life.
The Star Wars ride, Star Tours, I rode that like 4 times in a row because you get different sequences once it starts up. But just standing in line is fucking badass. Because like you have like a little show while you're waiting. These little animatronics are talking to each other the whole time. And I mean, it's like, it's a prop of C-3PO, and it just looks exactly like C-3PO. But like you don't, you're seeing it in real life.
Like their
It's
lines
fucking
are always decorated. I know
they have like the stormtroopers
Universal,
like in costume outside the ride too, like at all times. It's fucking awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah.
At Universal, they have the Hogwarts ride. In the line, you go through a tour of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And there's like all the moving pictures and shit. It's really cool.
There's like Disney has that one movie too. That's the time for not yet, but soon. Disney has this like if you watch, it's like a 4D movie or whatever, and it's Michael Jackson, but it's directed by George Lucas. Fucking awesome. It's a Michael Jackson movie directed by George Lucas. You watch it in 4D.
I remember the 4D stuff.
Is that your seat shakes?
You're like, I think you just like stand in there and watch it, but like, just like shit happens while you're there.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a while, but
I remember.
I just remember being like, this is so fucking awesome, because it felt like I was watching like Willow or something, like a George Lucas movie.
I remember at Universal they had a ride like that for Terminator. Because I think a new Terminator movie was coming out and they had a ride. But it was like that. It would have like the little story, and then like the machine would pop up out of the center stage and start shooting everyone. You gotta shoot it back. It's fun. I like rides like that. I always like the rides where it's you go through a track and you shoot shit.
Yeah.
And then it tracks your score.
They have one like that at Six Flags, but
yeah, the Scooby-Doo ride.
It's not Scooby-Doo anymore. It's like generic now or some shit.
I love those Scooby-Doo. I love those rides.
Yeah.
They have one at Universal.
They have the Buzz Lightyear one at Disney, and then they have another one at Disney. They have one at Disney, but it's like all like computer. It's like the screen reacts to the ride. Like you pull a slingshot on the ride. It's like a Toy Story one. And like what you shoot on the screen, it actually like hit in that area, and like it'll affect the video. So
that's cool.
It's kind of cool, but there's another one, but I forgot.
The Men in Black one at
I've never been to Universal,
really
but I really want to go.
Really, you've never been? Universal's like fucking awesome.
I only went to Disney one time, and I would love to go back, but
Universal's Harry Potter World is so fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but.
It's still cool.
I just want to go to Universal because
really cool.
They have that Spider-Man ride from the 90s. That's all I care about.
Yeah, and they have the Incredible Hulk ride.
They have a bunch of shit at Universal. I would just love to go and experience it all. But yeah. Also, I just like animatronic shit. Animatronics are fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, the ones that like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, like all the characters look really like weird because they're like realistic rubbery skin, but they have like cartoony faces.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you that really uncanny, and it's like very dark, so they all look like real people, but they're like just formed and cartoony and not realistic. Shot time. And then
I also really like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean is cool. 69. I'll pour one more final one. I'll make it a bigger one. Oh, maybe not. We're running out of sake. Just see if you can get anything out of that. But anyway, no. Anyway, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just grab 3 beers if you want. But yeah, I love the thing is I grew up on Six Flags and roller coasters, and I went to other theme parks in other states too, growing up a lot. I don't know why my mom just always would like target those things. And I remember there was one that just, it's like that old Superman ride that goes up, but it's like twice as tall. And I mean, like you feel like this is very unsafe. This is way too high, and it just goes really fast down. I rode that way before Superman ride ever existed. It scared the shit out of me. It's probably what got me over my fear of heights, I believe.
I'm scared of heights too. I fucking am.
We rode the ride at Six Flags this last time where you're on the swings and they just go up and they just keep going up and up.
Those ones scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, they're
it's like is it where it spins you out and you're like
it goes a little bit too fast.
You're like 90 degrees to the ground where you can like look to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
well, like if you look straight forward, you see above all of the trees in Missouri. It's like you're going too high in the game, and you can start to see beyond the map.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, okay, why can't I see all this wilderness? Like, you're supposed to go high enough to see the whole park. I can see too much.
Yeah.
But and I also rode a ride. They have like a wooden roller coaster because those ones are always famous for like the ups and downs. And there's one that had this insane steep drop. It just goes so far.
Is that the Boss or the Eagle?
No, it wasn't at Six Flags. The Boss has a nice drop on it too, though.
I like the Boss. That's probably my favorite.
The Boss is very jerky, but it's like a long-winded ride.
I like that it's jerky because on the metal ones, it's almost like riding like a motorcycle or a 4-wheeler where you can kind of like situate your like self in your seat to like get ready for the turn.
Oh yeah.
And on those like wooden jerky ones, it's just shaking the shit out of you the whole time and dropping.
And also the Boss is like one of the faster ones we have too.
Yeah.
But I rode so many roller coasters growing up that by the time I went to Disney, I just didn't. We rode the Aerosmith one. We rode Space Mountain. And I was like, you know what? This is just. I'm literally not thrilled by it. Like it's just like I'm on this thing now. And I used to love
Disney,
it.
Yeah, Disney doesn't have like a lot of hardcore.
The Aerosmith one is kind of fucking crazy, but also has like visuals. And it's like pitch black, and you're watching all this like video of Aerosmith, and then like it stops for a second, and then it says going down, and then it actually does like a steep drop. But like that's it. Like the Aerosmith ride is awesome, and every other ride is not like intense. Every other ride is just like, whoa, look at this, look at that.
Have either of you ridden the Jurassic Park water ride at Universal?
No. Is that the one where it just goes straight down?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That one, it's a big drop, dude. I'm not sure how tall it is.
I love big drops like that.
It's literally not a ride at all.
It's like the log flume on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're literally just like floating around, and they're giving you this like narration, like you're in Jurassic Park, and they're giving you the tour. And then you see,
I love that shit,
you go in this cave and you see this T-Rex come down.
Yeah.
And he growls at you and he's like right above your head, and you're going through this fake smoke, and then all of a sudden you're just going like pretty much straight down. And
I love that. I want to do it.
A while. Like
ride.
Long enough to have like a short conversation at least.
They did have the Twilight Zone ride at Disney World. It's in like the Hollywood area or whatever. And it's like that one is really fucking trippy because like it feels like you're just like you're in a house that's just like going left, right, up and down, and so you're just like falling. Oh, and it's terrifying. It actually is like awful, but I like that stuff. But I can't think of. That's pretty much all I know. I need to go to Universal.
Yeah, Universal's really cool.
So when I went to Universal, I was scared of roller coasters till I was like 17.
Yeah.
And like terrified of them. So I never rode it, but I bet you would like the Hulk at Universal.
Yeah.
Because you know how he jumps, like where he does like just doing that?
That's
it's
right.
literally that. It's
That's
just
cool.
Drop after drop after drop. And
cool.
Some are big and some are small.
Cool. Is the
Did
Hulk
you
a
guys
newer one or what?
No, it's a really old one. It's been there forever.
That's so cool then.
Yeah. Have you guys ever like heard all those stories at Six Flags of people like on the Superman getting their limbs ripped off?
Yeah, I think aren't like none of them real?
I don't know. Some guy apparently got decapitated on the boss or something.
That's not real.
No.
That's that one. People would
only
say that when I was a kid, and I was like, the boss. When I was a kid, the boss was like opened like a few years ago. The boss came out after Mr. I remember when the boss came out. Okay, and I know no one's ever been decapitated on it, but
The only one that I know is real is where the guy fell out because his seat didn't latch, and he fell straight down off one of the loops and died.
yeah.
But
But
I haven't heard of any like
Was that-
paintings.
that wasn't at ours, right? That was just like.
No, that was at ours.
Oh,
that
was?
was like 2007.
That's like, I don't know. I feel like if there was ever like a really bad tragedy, like something really, it would be like impactful. Like it would change the park or something. But
Yeah.
the park just kind of stays the same forever. That's why like a lot of roller coasters don't actually scare me, or like they have this thing at Six Flags where you just get in a harness.
Yeah, a girl's feet were severed on a ride at Six Flags Kentucky.
Yeah, I knew the girl's leg came off on like a ride similar to the Superman ride.
It's the Superman ride.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I knew it wasn't our St. Louis one though. I just didn't know which one. But yeah, which sucks because I like that ride. The ride's funny as fuck. But
I've actually never ridden the Superman either, just because I don't.
it's just he just goes up and then.
Well, I was still scared of roller coasters last time I went Six Flags. It's been like
Yeah,
it's been
it's so much.
7 years.
so much
since I went
fun.
there.
Yeah, Josh's little sister is really into roller coasters, and she was kind of with our group, so we rode like I got to ride everything. I got to convince people to ride everything.
That's good.
A lot of people did not want to ride everything, but which a lot of people would sit out, but that's okay. I rode the rides, and then we ate, and then we just kind of left. Yeah.
It sounds like a fun day, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of needed to do
Sometimes-
Six Flags.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I wish I would have gone, but then I'm like, no.
Yeah, we just need to. I don't know. I just needed to do something fun. I don't really have the opportunity to do things that often, so
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going. I don't give a fuck. Because a lot of people were acting kind of like they just weren't gonna go. And when I went, it was
I
like,
felt like everyone went except like 4 people.
well, it feels like
The
that.
4 of us that were working.
The 4, yeah, that we're gonna do. But when I was there, it was like, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's mostly all like the girls in the back, like the Baker girls, then like the high school girls, and then like none of the baristas, like except for like 2,
Yeah.
and then like me and Ryan, and then Leland came last minute. He had to buy his ticket at the park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then like that's it. So like it wasn't really like my people, you know. I just kind of had to mingle and get in there. So
Yeah. If I would have gone, would it have been better?
probably yeah,
Yes.
but it was fun still. I
Yeah.
enjoy Leland's presence.
Yeah, Leon's a cool guy.
Me and him talked on the bus the whole way there, and then on the whole way back, everyone was sleeping except for me and Leland talking on the way back. So, yeah.
Amusement parks are like, even if you don't do anything, they're just
Right.
fucking exhausting.
Because you're in the sun the whole day. You're just
Yeah.
kind of like baked.
Yeah.
it's way too hot lately.
Yeah. It cooled down for a while, and now it's just like hot as fuck all of a sudden again, and humid.
Yeah. It sucks because the air conditioner at work doesn't even. Ooh. It doesn't even touch it really.
Yeah, ours does not either.
This one's the only one I had so far, and it's fucking delicious.
Black ale.
I'll try the IPA. You haven't had raspberry yet. That one is just fucking amazing. Okay, we're not gonna drink. Don't you have to? Just taking a drink.
We're not shotgun.
Yeah, we're not gonna drink the whole thing because this is the kind of beer you actually enjoy. But all right, 69.
69.
Clink. Clink.
Oh yeah.
That's very good.
This is like a random company I found at Friar Tuck, so I bought it.
Friar Tuck has some good shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that
It's whatever. Anyway, well, any closing stories? Any closing thoughts, statements? Nancy Pelosi sucks cock.
death to all of them.
I would not. I would not let Nancy suck my dick. I would just spit on her face. She can't swallow it. She has to just let it run down her face because I hate her, and yeah, she doesn't deserve anything. I just hate her so much. Kristen Sinema, hate her too. Hate them all. I hate any Democrat who votes Republican. Fuck you, die.
Scumbag, yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
Piece of shit, scumbag.
Fuck you. Now I'm gonna drink the sake I poured.
69.
It tastes like cherries, you know. It tastes like the
It has a little bit of. It has just enough a bit of
Yeah.
like fruit flavor.
but it's not. It's just rice wine, but
It's fruity.
but it's naturally fruity.
I know it's good.
But also that might have some of the aftertaste from your red.
No,
No.
I the first shot I was like, ooh, this is fruity.
Yeah. It's good. Black and gold.
The sake we had in San Fran was good, but I like that shit better.
But yeah, sake I like because it doesn't like burn or anything like most hard alcohol.
It's really, really smooth.
Yeah. So, it's good.
It's why it's so easy to get drunk on it. It's like
Yeah.
it's light, and then it's smooth.
Yeah, we shared a $75 bottle of light sake.
Yeah. And you thought it was good.
Yeah,
And now you think this is better.
yeah.
Well, sake is a great drink, great product, great time. Yeah.
One of these days, I'm gonna get a hold of some Aquafeet. I'll bring it here.
Aquafeet.
It's seasoned vodka from Iceland.
Mm.
It's similarly not quite as smooth, but very, very light. And very
I wish we had like time to do stuff. Leland's never been to Peel, so I was telling him on the bus like we gotta go get Peel.
Yeah, I haven't been to Peel since I was probably
We need to like
11 or 12.
really. We need to go. We need to just like all go after work someday. Whenever you're off and like you're in town, like you're in Edwardsville still.
I
Just
am,
all go to.
I am almost never off. We are.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, like, we had Dakota on a few episodes ago. I
Yeah.
should say.
Where we talked about labor bullshit.
Labor bullshit. It is fucked right now in the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
Like, not quite as much as Amazon, but
Well,
we are.
there's a huge labor shortage in like food in general right now. People don't want to work.
Because they're not getting paid enough.
Yeah.
Well, and over quarantine, so they were some of the first people to get laid off. They were the highest percentage of workers to die from COVID.
Yeah.
Because in my theory on this, I'm not positive, but a lot of times undocumented immigrants will come in and work at restaurants because that's the only place they can get a job that'll pay under the table, and then they don't want to go to the hospital. So even though nurses caught it a ton, all these,
Yeah.
food service workers were dying just by the
Well,
droves. So
It's also possible that just a lot of people who work in restaurants and food service are overweight, and also
they can't
that
afford to go to the hospital.
that they just don't go.
yeah,
A lot of people just don't go. It's mostly like men, like males. Men just typically don't go to the hospital if something's wrong.
yeah.
So, and I mean, I don't like it. Whenever I feel like something's wrong, I do have to like, in my mind, try to see if it's worth going or not. Like I have to be like, do I really want to pay the medical bill if it ends up being nothing?
Exactly.
How bad is this actually going to be? And so you end up sitting through some bullshit.
Or it turns out to be really bad,
Yeah.
and then what
And you just
could have been curable is now
Yeah.
a terminal disease and you die.
And you just know about it now.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I was gonna die anyway.
But you still
now
have to
I'm-
pay a
now
shit
I'm
ton just to
upset.
know about it.
And I owe like 75
Yeah.
grand for some reason.
And it's like, why do you care
But
about
if you had
paying it?
gone in earlier,
If you-
it could have been you could have been saved and cured.
Yeah, and then you know, no Democrat wants to have affordable health insurance. Not even you know, let alone free health insurance, or you know, just healthcare in general, free healthcare. But you know, whatever, you know, whatever. You know, Nancy Pelosi wants to stand on there in a little podium and say, "We shouldn't pay for other kids to go to college. That's not right." I mean, imagine if you had to pay public school with your taxes. Yeah, we do. Imagine if you had to pay for sending your kids to the military so that way they can go to college later. Yeah, we do. We pay military tax. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I saw all those tweets. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to pay for the military.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather pay for
my taxes
yeah.
and put that to
I'd rather
instead
pay
of the military.
college.
Put it in the
Yeah. But
It benefits us more than the military does because the military does jack shit.
well, also if we could still pay for the military. The military's budget is so incredibly high. We could just take some of it out, and it won't. We just increased the military budget by like $8 trillion with under Trump, like towards the end of his term.
Well, then Biden bumped it again.
Yeah, so it's just
Why? We're not at war.
yeah.
2, no one's attacking us.
But that money,
We're kind of in a kind of a weird little like Cold War right now with China.
yeah.
But
But a lot of times it's like
still, like that's
when
too much.
when we were increasing the military, it was like around the time that it was like after the fact. It was like after Trump attacked Iran. Like he killed that one military guy.
Yeah, that general.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know, but I understood why he was doing it because he wanted to keep making America a threat because that way he could fuck with other countries and they can't really do shit about it. I think Iran was a great example of that because Iran was like really mad and they're like, okay, but we're not going to do anything about it. It's like, you know, like we can't fight you, literally. Like we literally can't. So
Invade anyway. They can't invade.
they can't do shit. They'll just die. Like. So,
But I mean, we haven't had an attack on American soil
No,
since
I know.
1941.
but what I'm saying is like, yeah. So, $8 trillion seems like a good place to start for working towards, you know, solving some of our problems.
Yeah, but
So-
instead they just put it to the military so we can invade Afghanistan and Iraq so that we can get oil.
Yeah, I mean the kind of money we need to fix a lot of the problems that most lefties complain about is just like a yearly increase to military budget. Typically, we just increase it constantly, and it's just like
The trillions of dollars we put into
yeah.
the military
We-
could easily fix healthcare, college.
it was like there was like this quote that was like it would take about $20 billion to solve the homeless crisis. And I mean that's a lot of money, but then
but then we just put
it was like a headline that was like $22 billion spent on VR training for the military. So it's like what? You know, so
yeah, it's always too much money to fix any of the other problems, but if it's involved with the military,
yeah, it's like
they'll
never
pay
enough.
any price.
Yeah, it's like no price is high
Like,
enough. Yeah.
We just don't have the money right now to fix a healthcare issue. Oh, what? You need $400 billion for
You know,
a jet?
that
Okay.
thing that every other country does already. That
Yeah.
in America
Wait,
is wealthier than
you,
them,
you
and we
want to
could
raise the budget $18 trillion?
we literally have more money than
just
those
for the
other countries.
military? Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Per capita, we have more. We can just. It's literally not an issue.
No.
Yeah.
People always. I always get my friends are always like, socialized healthcare only works in small, rich countries. I'm like, we're super
They
rich.
do it in. It's like literally every fucking country.
That's what I'm like. It's in every country except for ours.
We're like one of the
And
only
we're
ones that
rich.
doesn't have it. Yeah.
We're like one of the wealthiest countries in the world. How can we not afford it?
Well, and there's only like that example kind of falls flat too. Because how many really big countries are there? You've got Canada, Russia, United States, China, and Brazil,
Yeah.
and maybe India. Like,
Right.
It's like
We-
you got 6 big countries, and then like, what was it, like 190 something
Yeah.
tiny ones? Like, yeah.
It's just so stupid. They're like, do you recognize that America is one of the best countries because of our like wealth and because of our exports and all that other stuff? Like, why do you think we have so much stuff here? Like, it's not because we exploit our workers, and because we deny people privileges. That stuff only helps the private businesses. It doesn't help our fucking country's wealth.
Yeah.
So the fact that we have all this wealth in our country and we have those private businesses who are fucking insanely rich, you know, it's like, what the hell? Like, we can do this. It just take from. We have like 3 options here. Just pick one, and then fix the
Either
problem.
military budget, rich people,
Yeah.
or rich corporations.
Just
like,
just tax the rich, or like make it illegal for them to liquidize all their assets so they avoid paying taxes. That we know the scam. We all know the scam. We all know how they avoid paying taxes. We all know why they pay $0 in taxes. So just make that like impossible for them. Make it so they have to pay their taxes. But even then, even if we don't do that, we still have the options to just reallocate our funds into other things, and we could afford a lot of stuff. It baffles my mind. Like, it's not hard. I mean, it was a crazy concept in 2010s when Obama was first talking about like revolutionizing the healthcare industry. And people were all saying, oh, Obama's going to do free healthcare. That's what he ran on and won on. People say Bernie can't win. That's why Obama literally won, was because he was talking about free healthcare.
And it's like...
You say it.
The military want... Like, the reason it has such a high budget is because our government keeps coming up with conflicts so that it can increase the military budget and be justified. So there's no reason.
I don't know. I don't think we're just like stationed everywhere around the world right now.
We have a military base in almost every country.
And you know those countries don't have military bases here.
Yeah.
You know, people always are like, well, we need that. And it's like, well,
Why?
it's a fear tactic for those other countries. It's not really, we don't need it. You know,
We don't do anything there. I don't know what it.
Well,
I think
we're
we
just-
have like
we're
a
just-
military base in every country.
It's because we
except for
control-
like 2.
Dude, it's because we've overthrown so many governments, and like we always just like, hey, you cannot step out of line here. Because what always happens is there's after we overthrow a government, there's a fucking revolution, and that's why a lot of those countries over there are the way they are. It's because of like all this,
All the countries that try socialism, we overthrow, and then.
But even the
they're
countries that don't,
destabilized. Yeah.
even the countries that don't, if they have something over there that we want, we just overthrow their government, but what happens is that once we back a leader, there's a revolution, and so they're like, we can't have them having a revolution. So, I mean, we're all for democracy in America, but only for ourselves. We're not for other countries having their own freedom. We kind of like to control the world, and
Team America.
yeah,
Police.
it's Team America, World Police. Yeah.
That movie's so good. We have military bases. We have 800 military bases in more than 70 countries.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Not a single military base is in the U.S., though.
Yeah. No, there is no other enemy. I mean, it's a very straightforward system. It's very pretty much like, yeah, we are everywhere. You are not allowed in here.
Well, and that's in a way why we have that ability to just tell everybody like, no, fuck you, we're in charge. It's
Yeah.
because
We're conquerors.
we have an ocean on each side.
Yeah.
No one from the south is gonna attack us. No one from the north is gonna attack us.
Yeah.
And then everyone else has to have like a fleet of boats.
You think that's why we try to keep South America so poor? Like,
Yeah, I mean probably.
yeah.
South
Could be.
America and the Caribbean, Central America, like all the. I think there's a lot of reasons, but I think probably someone up top is happy
Yeah.
that we keep fucking with South America.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean,
Cuba.
yeah. I mean, Cuba is a great example of. I mean, Cuba was like, people always be like, "Oh, the Cubans came to America. They had to flee Cuba because Cuba was so terrible." But they're talking about like the rich Cubans who were trying to keep their wealth
Yeah.
when they were changing to like a communist system. So they're not talking about like.
In 2016, U.S. Special Forces operations happened across 138 nations, meaning Washington's clandestine units have run over territories covering 70% of the globe.
Yeah. I mean, we
have at least 200,000 active service members abroad being deployed across 170 countries worldwide.
It's sort of it's like Superman Red Sun, but in reverse, where America's kind of like, it's like in order to protect the people, you have to conquer the world and you have to take over everything. You know.
Well, that was kind of the point of Red Sun anyway, right? With
Yeah.
the ending with Lex Luthor, where he's the one who really like.
He beats Superman by like changing Superman's heart, though, right? Because Superman like sacrificed himself at the end, and that's like how he beats quote unquote Superman.
Yeah.
By having him like sacrifice himself to save the world. But
well,
yeah,
Superman was alive at the end.
Was he?
Yeah.
Because Lois Lane looks into the crowd and there's Superman just.
Oh, but his identity is like dead, basically.
Yeah, he's Clark. Now.
Right.
Like Glock or whatever he said.
Yeah, I'm Glock.
Glock.
Well, his last name is
British.
he was what's it? He's like adopted by Stalin, so I guess I don't know what his last name is, but
who?
Clark. He's like raised by Stalin in this one.
So just be Clark Stalin, right?
I think so, but I don't know if his actual last name is. I highly doubt it's Kent. Kent's a little bit too English American, not Russian enough. But yeah, I mean that is like the whole point. I mean, really though, that's what America's doing. It's conquering the entire world in order to maintain peace for our country, which is, you know, great for us, not great for everyone else. But yeah, we can wrap this one up. It's at 1:20.
Yeah. Well,
guys,
that's it for episode 69, the legendary number that we
funny
have finally
number.
reached.
Funny number.
What's our next goal?
100.
100?
420.
75.
It's gonna be a while till we get to 420. We haven't even broke 100 yet.
75 or 100.
75 ain't gonna take. That's nothing. 100 will be something.
Yeah,
I think
you're
episode 50 was we kind of made a big deal about it, but
we tried to, but we didn't do anything.
Oh yeah.
100 episodes, we should drink a different alcohol, not sake, but
All right,
a different foreign
I
alcohol.
won't get sake. I'll get something else.
Like something else foreign. I don't know.
I could try and get some.
It's all foreign.
Aquavit or something, yeah.
Aquavit.
Aquavit.
All right, yeah.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, Jeremiah, you get the alcohol. You get the alcohol this time.
It's like coriander flavored vodka from Iceland.
Ooh.
Let's
Alright.
say our goodbyes. Let's say
Goodbye.
let's
I hope you all 69 tonight. Love you. Bye. Thanks for sticking around for 69 episodes.
thanks for coming.